Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In today's class, we will study about bearing. So let's see what is bearing. Bearing measures direction of angle of movement. Okay, so what it is in simplified terms, when you want to move from one position to another, you not only need to know how far you have to travel, but you need to know the direction also, right? Okay, so suppose if you are traveling, suppose for example you take flights. When flight have to move, it is not only the matter about distance, how far they have to travel. Okay, a flight will move according to the direction. Okay, it might go in the north and then it turns 45 degree towards east, like this. Okay, so like this, where we use bearings, mostly bearings are used in navigation. Okay, so I hope this much is clear. So bearing is nothing but a way of describing directions. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let's see few more things about bearing. So, what is most important? So, there are three important features of bearing. First is all bearings are measured clockwise. You have to be careful. Always measure the bearing clockwise, otherwise you will get the wrong angle. Then all bearings are measured from north direction. This is always important. Then bearings are written in 3 digits. Okay, now I will show you how to work on this. See, here this is the bearings. Some bearings are shown here in this table. So for north it is 000, north is 045. I will show you here. So look here. This is north, east, south, west. Okay. And then we can also split it into subparts like this. So this one will be northeast, this is your southeast, this is southwest, and this is northwest. Okay, now we will see the bearing. So we will start from north. So here it will be 0, 0, 0 degrees. And when you see, we measured the bearing clockwise. So when we turn clockwise, it is like this, right? So now when you move like this until northeast, it will be 45 degrees. So for writing, we will write 045 degrees, because bearings are written in 3 digit. I hope this is clear to you. And then from here, when you move, this one will be from here to here, it will be 90 degree. Since bearings are written in 3 digits, so I will write it 090. I hope this much is clear. And then let's go to southeast. So when we write from here to southeast, it will be 135 degrees. And then from here to here, all this will be 180 degree. Okay. Then you add another 45 here. So this one will be 225 degrees. And then as we move here, this one will become 270 degree. And then here we have 315 degree. And here our 360 degree is completed. Okay, so this is basic information which you must know. Okay, sometimes you get one marker questions based on this also. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now let's see some questions on this, very basic, like what you have to know in bearing to start with the questions actually. The question is, write the bearing of B from A. Okay, so you can also say this question as, what is the bearing? What is the bearing to get to B from A? Or you can say, what is the bearing to reach B from A? And you know that bearing is nothing but it is angle of movement, right? So from A, what is the bearing to reach B? Okay, so always, as we say here, so there are three main properties. All the bearings are measured clockwise and the bearings are measured from the north direction. So bearings are measured with respect to north direction, and this is from A. So you can also take it as a marking point, like from A. So on this A point you have to draw the north. Okay, now you will measure your bearing clockwise and write it in 3 digits. So it's already written here 80. So I can write my answer as bearing of B from A is 080. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Yeah. Now we go to the next one. Here also the question is, write the bearing of B from A. Means what is that angle moment it takes to reach B. Okay, from A. So on A there is a north, already it is done. Okay, and then here this is measured as 236 degrees. It is already written in 3 digits. So just we can write our answer, bearing of B from A is 236 degrees. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, I will do few more questions on this. Okay, let's see. Now, suppose you have like this, and this is marked as N. Okay, and then this is your P, and this is your Q, and this is written as 110 degrees. So, what is bearing of Q from P? For this, your answer will be 110 degrees. Okay, now if you have like this, no, not like this exactly, I'll show you. So this is your north, and suppose this is point X and this is point Y, and this is the north, and here it is, let me, I can say this is 045 degrees. So I will say bearing of Y from X is 045 degrees. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yeah. You can always put your question in comment section. I will try to reply there. Yeah. Now let's see what is back bearing. Okay. Back bearings. Okay. So this is the term back bearing. Still now we were doing like this. So when we study about back bearing, it will be this way. Okay. Now I'll show you what is the question all about. Write the bearing of y from x. Bearing of y from x. So on x you have north, and to reach y it is 83. So the answer for the first part will be bearing of y from x is 083 degrees. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now the next part of this question is, work out the bearing of x from y. Okay, so this is bearing of x from y. So from y, how much, what will be the angle measure to reach x? And then you remember we measure bearing clockwise. So we will go this way, and bearing are measured with respect to the north. So you will draw the north of y. Okay, it means that you have to measure this angle to reach x. I hope question is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, how to reach here? This question can be done in 2-3 ways. I will show you 2 ways here. So the first one important, which I like to follow because that goes with every kind of question. Huh. So you can see that this north and this north, they are parallel lines. So I hope if you remember the angle between the two parallel lines or the co-interior angles, these two will be called as co-interior angles. So if you remember, then sum of co-interior angle is always 180 degree, right? So I will write sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. Therefore, here let me mark it as A. Therefore, 83 plus A equals 180 degree, and then A will be 180 minus 83. So that will be 97 degrees. Okay, so this is nothing but 97 degree. Okay, now you know that angle around the point is 360 degree. So your bearing of x from y will be 360 minus 97. I hope this is clear to everyone. Bearing of x from y equals 360 minus 97. Okay, so your answer is 263. So this is 263. I hope no doubt. Okay, so as I said, this question can be solved using two, three methods. I'll show you one more way how to solve it. Okay, but I prefer this, and this is like any kind of difficult question also you have, you will be able to solve it. Okay, now another method how we can do is, suppose this is your north, this is your, one moment. This is 83 degrees. Here you have x, here you have y. Okay. Now another method is, you can do it like this. Okay. Now this is 83 degree. Okay. This is 83 degree, we all know. And we know that this is 180 degree, right? 180 degree. So we can also say that bearing of y from bearing of x from y, this should be bearing of x from y is equal to 83 degrees plus 180 degree, that will give you 263 degrees. So this is also easier. Okay, so you must know both the methods. Okay, and how what kind of questions you get, you can apply the methods accordingly. So I hope this is clear. We will see one more question on bearing. Okay, so here also same thing. This is part of this question. You have to first find the bearing of y from x, then bearing of x from y. So first part, bearing of y from x. So this too we can tell visually, it is 22. So we will write it 0 to 2 degrees. And the second one is bearing of x from y. So as I showed you another method, just draw it like this, and now because they are parallel lines, so these are corresponding angles. So this is also corresponding 22 degree, and this is obviously straight line that will make 180 degrees. So you can directly write it as 180 plus 22 degrees. So that will give you 202 degrees. Or if you want by another method, I can show you one more method for this. Let me write. Okay, so it's up to you, whatever you find easier you can work accordingly. X, y, and this is 22 degree. Okay, now we have to measure this angle. So as I said, sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. So we have to find this. This one will be 180 minus 22. That will give you 10 to 10 minus 2 is 8, and this one will be 158 degrees. Okay, this one you got 158 degrees, and then you can write bearing of x from y is equal to 360 minus 158, and then it will give you 202. Okay, follow whatever method, your answer will be same. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, we will see one more question. Now, in this question, write the bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A, it's obviously 050. The next part is work out the bearing of A from B. Bearing of A from B means this measure it is asking. Okay, so how to find this measure? I'll say this is 100, sorry, this is 50 degree. So this one will be 180 minus 50, and that will give you 130 degree. So once you get 130 degree, so you can write 360 minus 130 degree. That will be your bearing. So it is 230 degree. A to bearing of A from B is 230 degree. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now the next part of the question is show that the bearing of C from B is 110. It means bearing of C from B. Okay, so this refers to this part, this thing, bearing of C from B. We have to show that this is 110. Okay, this we can prove easily, no problem. Huh. See, here we got 130 degree and here you have 110 degree. So 360 minus 130 plus 120. Simple. So we will write 360 minus 250, and that will give you 110 degrees. Right? I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, so do one thing. If you have any problem or any question, please comment and I will reply for that. Okay. Hope you like this session. Thank you.